media availability here following Game 4 of the DeLand Regional with Stetson coach Steve Trimper, along with 2 student athletes, Logan Gilbert and Jorge Arenas. Coach, obviously a phenomenal win tonight to advance on to the regional championship game tomorrow. Talk about the team's overall performance.
Yeah, obviously it's an important one. Both teams trying to fight to get to tomorrow. In a 4-team tournament, Game 2 is very important, for pitching matchups, for rest. Obviously the weather delay, we got done kind of late today, so the losing team has to turn around pretty early and play in probably less than 12 hours. So it was big. But as far as the performance, there's about 10 things I could talk about right now to take up all your time. And obviously I need to start with 19 strikeouts on the mound with Logan Gilbert and Ben Anishko. It was just phenomenal tonight. Pitching. We're known as a pitching and defensive team, but tonight we brought the bats too. So that was nice. Obviously, you can talk about George's home run, big play, big blow to extend the lead. Some 2-out RBIs that happened. We took advantage of run the bases well on pass balls. But there was really four plays that we talked about in the outfield that stood out. 2 of them was from Mike Spooner. He slid extremely well into home plate. One time I sent him with 2 outs. It was a 2-out send on a bobble, and he made a tremendous slide. The other time was on a pass ball in a very big tight part of the game where he read where the pitcher was setting up and switched at the last second. And then obviously, I don't know which one. John Miola diving in the dugout was the greatest baseball play I think I've ever seen live. And then an inning later, Hale comes back and almost runs into the bricks and has the same type of play. And I think why they're important, kind of showed what we were doing tonight, how we were trying to play. Last night we made some errors, a little bit out of our element. These guys talk about blue collar. It's one of the words that we've talked about. I brought that down here and said, hey, what are you going to be from blue collar? It means you're going to go out there and you're going to not just talk about it, but you're going to actually walk the walk. And tonight those guys played defense, blue collar. Those 4 plays, I'll take guys that make those kind of plays any day of the week on a roster of ours, because that's how you win.
Logan, talk about first of all Miola's catch. Your thoughts as you're seeing that unfold.
Yeah, that was huge, obviously, and Hales too. I mean, guys like that just selling out, going after it. It shows how much they care. For me, just trying to get outs and diving into the dugouts like that, it's unreal. So, I mean, it's huge, especially early in the game, like it was when still settling in a little bit, looking to find my stuff, and I think runners were first and second, so it's a huge spot, obviously, and to make a play like that and get me out of it, that was huge.
To put you on a spot, who had the better catch?
I think falling into a dugout might take it, but Hales was pretty good too, running into a wall.
You got to go get battery man on that one, don't you? Logan, just talk about your night. Obviously, you kind of mentioned it, kind of getting into a groove early on, and it seems like you really settled down there in the 4th, 5th, 6th innings. Strikeouts started to pile up a little bit. Just kind of take us through your night a little bit and how you felt out there.
Yeah, I felt pretty good from the get-go. I felt like all my stuff was working for the most part. It took me a little bit to find the curveball and little command issues, a couple walks. I think they're in the 3rd, trying to settle in. But for the most part, I felt good. Obviously, the huge defensive plays really helped. Hale did awesome as always behind the plate. So, I mean, it was just a complete game from us, defensively, offense, everything.
Logan, did you see anything from the Oklahoma State offense that you take advantage of? They're a heavy swing and miss team, heavy power team. So could you use something to your advantage?
Yeah, their power numbers are through the roof, obviously, and I thought I could hopefully use that to get a few strikeouts. I was trying to elevate on them. I felt like the sequencing was pretty good tonight with the off speed. If I needed to go early, finish up or in, whatever it had to be. So yeah, they're a great swinging team. They have a ton of power, really good hitters, and I was just able to work it pretty well tonight.
Georgie from the 305, let me try you. When you got Logan on the mound and he's dominant, and then your catcher, third baseman, are making these catches, what do you think that does mentally to your opponent?
Yeah, I think it just puts them out. Like we always talk about the extra step, putting our foot on their throat, basically, just going after it. That just switches momentum completely. When you see guys going for their teammates, no matter what it takes, laying out, doing everything, it just shows the other team we're here to play and nothing's going to stop us. So.
And give me your viewpoint on Miola's catch. You're on the left side of the infield there with him.
I saw him running faster and faster to the fence. I was like, this dude doesn't see the fence. He's going to get clipped right now. And then I saw him elevated, and he was going to get concussed. I thought he was going to get concussed. And I saw him catch it. I was like, that's unbelievable. I had to take. It took me 3 innings to take that in. Like, it was, I don't get impressed easily, and that was wow.
But Hale actually caught him.
Hale saved him. I thought from hitting his head, but that was unbelievable.
Georgie, you came up just short yesterday. Hit a ball right to the base of the wall, basically, and tell us about the home run. Did it feel that way off the bat, and hitting it to a deeper part of the ballpark?
Yeah, I knew what pitch I wanted to get. I knew what I was doing. I talked to Mark about the guy, and he showed a lot to us. So I had a plan, and didn't feel like it off the bat at all. But that's the ones that go the furthest, I guess. I mean, just a slider that I sat on, stayed on it long enough, and got enough barrel on it.
Coach, offensively, I mean, you kind of talked about earlier this week that how this team over the last 10 or 15 games really starting to click, and tonight had a lot of extra base hits. I mean, going back to the later innings last night into tonight, I mean, take your pick up and down the lineup, but what is working offensively right now? It just seems like everything's kind of contagious.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guys are having great approaches. It's something we talked about all year is just have a good approach. Georgie just mentioned Coach Merck. He works his tail off preparing the scouting reports and watching videos and doesn't really sleep and tries to give these guys as much information. They're taking it. But the other thing is too is we're trying to be aggressive. We're not I think when we take pitches and we try to get deep into counts, it's really gets us caught sometimes. And some coaching staffs or some players like to get deep into counts. I want us to be aggressive, especially as we start gaining momentum, and especially when we got guys in scoring position. You can't let a fastball go by. And these guys have done a tremendous job over the last 20 games of staying aggressive and taking advantage of a pitcher's mistake, or even fouling off some tough pitches. I saw tonight we fouled off a bunch of tough pitches, and then came back and got a good two-strike hit, two-strike approach. So all the credit to the hitters is really over the last 20 games just making a great adjustments to carry us.
How do you approach tomorrow? I mean, do you get a pitcher in mind that you're out there yet?
Yeah, we got Perk going, but get some sleep first for everybody. I mean, it's been a long day. I mean, hot day, even still, I mean, just delays. We were down on the hill. We couldn't get in the locker room because you got the other team there. So, just those kind of things is a little bit of our element. And, but we're still sticking to our routines. And, we talked about, the big plans we had when the season started. And we talked about checking boxes off. And, one of the boxes is up there for us to check off tomorrow. We're fortunate enough to play well in the last 2 games and earn a spot in the championship round. And it's not going to be easy. Again, there's great teams in this thing, and anybody can come back. So I think we're just going to go out and prepare like it's a normal game. But we obviously know that we want to play for something tomorrow.
Coach, you harped on aggressiveness. So to see the hit and run executed so well in the first inning to get you guys started, can you talk about the decision to go with that sort of play and what kind of confidence it gave you guys afterwards?
We actually tried to hit and run with 1 out is what happened, and we didn't make it work so well. And then on that play, that was a 2-2 send, and I actually heard the infielders yelling 2-2-2. So I just went on the verbal that they were going, and it's our fastest guy. So we just hoped that we didn't get put a little pressure. It actually set a little tone. It just came out and said we're going to play aggressive. So it was more hearing them screaming 2, and so I knew that the angle of the ball was going to have to change a little bit more than them trying to throw to the relay on the first base guy. So it did set the tone. So the guys are playing aggressive, and we need to play like that down the stretch if we're going to continue our season.
How would you say it felt tonight versus last night, or even any other game that you've played this year?
Guys?
More complete, playing our game. Last night wasn't us. We scraped a win, good team scrape wins, but more complete would be what I have to say about it.
Yeah, I think when we needed something big tonight, it just happened almost every time. Every component was there pretty much. We showed